Dan the ToughSkin Man here. Today I'm going to be taking you up onto an industrial flat roof to show you how to install one of these. It's called a tall cone. This is the flat roof part. This gets installed onto the flat roof. Then an HVAC technician comes in after we've installed it and waterproofed it to run an exhaust pipe through the top here. So let me take you up onto the roof and show you how I've developed ToughSkin Products to install one of these tall cones to make it waterproof for a long time. So stick around because you're going to learn something. So this is a hot asphalt and gravel flat roof, and what I've done is I've pushed back the gravel and I've had the HVAC technician put a drill bit up through this and then push a bright blue wire so I can see the very center of where I'm going to cut the hole to put the cone on. So now the surface of the roof is very dirty. So now we're going to give it a power wash to clean it down to the original asphalt so we can stick the cone down. So I just use a 1600, say 1500 PSI, cheap garage power washer because I'm only taking dirt off. Nothing really too sticky. It's just environmental dust that gathers underneath the roofing gravel. And you just power wash it away. So this is kind of the boring section. So let's skip to the after it's clean and after it's dry. So I'm just using a battery powered leaf blower to blow the water away that I just power washed, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after it's power washed. Okay, so now that we have nice clean asphalt, you can see the old roof there. There's the blue marker line coming up in the center. It's almost dry. By the time we cut the hole for the exhaust pipe, that should be dry. So let's take a look at that. Now let's get out the Sawzall. Time to use the old Sawzall. There's the old hot asphalt roof. Now we have the insulation underneath. Cut out the vapor barrier. So now the hole's cut out. Now we just have to clean the area, and I'll show you how we put the cone in. So I'm going to be installing this cone now. So I'm going to be using 4 ToughSkin products: Rubber Butter, Max Muscle, and our clear rubber skin, and ToughPly. So let's put this in now, and as I'm going, I'll show you why I use these materials, why I develop them, and how to install them. A little tip with these cones: if they're galvanized, they always have a little bit of oil on it from the galvanization. So I take vinegar on a shop towel or a rag, and I clean all that oil off, and up a few inches up the actual pipe flange here, especially on the flat part. And I like to go up a little bit, and then on the bottom also. So next I use our sprayable clear liquid rubber on the metal. You don't have to use a lot because it sticks like crazy. Flip it around. Go up a little bit. That's pretty good. And then we'll set this to the side to dry. And then next I'm using Max Muscle. It's our mess remover, our cleaner. But what it does, it activates the old asphalt, makes it become sticky again. It brings out the oils and cleans the area really well. So everything sticks really well. And we'll let that dry. You can see the black on my finger. What it's doing is it's bringing out those oils, because what it's doing is it's eating the top of the asphalt just slightly to get it down to the oils where it was dried out before. The oils come out with the Max Muscle. It pulls the oil out because it's really dissolving the roof slightly. So we'll let this dry, and it'll be nice and tacky to be able to put the high dome on then. So now we're going to apply the rubber butter. Let me show you how I do that. Just take a trowel, open the can. You're going to put it around the hole, roughly about the same size as the flashing. So what this does is, this is made out of recycled tires, and what it does is it creates a gasket on the bottom, and we'll be putting it on the top. Also, it creates an actual rubber gasket below and on the top of the flashing. So let's go all the way around, and I'll show you the next step. All right, so now that the rubber butter has been applied around this, and remember, rubber butter is made from recycled tires, not asphalt, so it won't crack. We take the tall cone, look at your center of your hole, and center it so the HVAC guy can run a pipe straight through. You want to make sure the rubber butter is coming a little bit past your high dome all the way around. All right, we'll step on that to get it really squished into the butter. So now that the cone is placed on top of the rubber butter, we're going to rubber butter the entire area, and then on top of the metal too, because then we'll be putting our ToughPly polyester reinforcement on top, and then doing one more round of rubber butter, and then we push the gravel back. So let's take a look at that now. So after I've rubber buttered all around the high dome, I then hammer a screw in a little bit, and I want to put 4 of these to hold this down so it doesn't move. Okay, so the rubber butter has been applied all the way around. I've cut the ToughPly into a donut shape and cut the circle center out to go over top of the high dome. Now you're going to want to walk on it. So apply pressure on the ToughPly to get it stuck to the rubber butter. And I won't bore you with me doing little circles here. So we'll after this is done, you walk it around a few times, walk around the pipe, walk around the outside, get it nice and flat. Then we do one layer of rubber butter on top, and I'll show you that. So now the cone is completely covered all around with rubber butter. The ToughPly reinforcement is completely buried. So we'll just push back the gravel now, and you have a completed high dome. If the HVAC guy is not coming in that day, I usually put tape over the top so rain, water can't get inside, but he's coming in the next couple hours, so I'll leave it open. So let's go down to the truck. We'll have a tailgate talk, recap exactly what I did and what products you're going to need to do this, and I'll see you there. So that's how you use ToughSkin Products to install a tall cone into a flat roof. Now that was a tar and gravel flat roof, but you can do the same with torch-on flat roofs and single-ply membranes. If it's a white single-ply membrane like a TPO or PVC, you can then buy a 1-gallon can. When you're finished with the rubber butter, you can use SuperClear on top of the rubber butter, and then it turns it white and matches the white of the roof. On single-ply membranes like TPO or PVC, when they get a few years old, they oxidize and leave a white film on the top that's very hard to get a new piece of TPO welded to an old piece of TPO. That's why I made rubber butter. It's made of rubber, not asphalt. It will not eat the TPO or the PVC. It will not react between the two and give you problems down the road. Plus, it will not crack. So once that high dome is on, you're not going to get any cracking between the high dome. Like if the pipe moves at all in the wind, it will not crack the rubber butter like it would if you were to use, say, a roofing mastic out of a bucket, a black asphalt mastic. You're going to get cracking within a year or two, and that high dome is going to be leaking. Also, the reason why I made it is on torch-applied roofs, you don't need to have a torch there. Usually you would bring a torch up, a piece of torching material, torch it around the high dome, but A, you don't need torch insurance, and you don't need a torch. So, and then with tar and gravel, same thing, you just saw me do that there. So what it does is it just makes pipes, cones, curbs, all of those things a one-man, very easy install that you can trust. If you're giving long watertight warranties with anything you install, you're a good reputable roofer, and you give a good warranty with anything you do, well then you can trust in rubber butter, ToughSkin Clear, ToughPly, all of the ingredients needed to put in cones. You can trust them that they're not going to let you down over the years. So if you have any questions, email us or call us. I love to talk about waterproofing and roofing. So if you have any questions on any type of roof, how to install anything, give us a call anytime. And someone at the office or myself will talk you through how to use ToughSkin products to make anything waterproof. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.